For a long time, I kept hoping something would change. Maybe the economy would improve. Maybe prices would come down. Haha. Maybe retirement would somehow become easier. Maybe someone would finally have an answer. Can anyone relate? Can you relate? I think many of us spend years hoping things will get better, not because we're lazy and not because we're irresponsible, because we want to believe there's another solution, a solution that doesn't require us to change, a solution that doesn't require us to start over, a solution that doesn't require us to face reality. I know because I did it myself. Like many people, I thought retirement would look different. I worked really hard, built a great career, raised a beautiful family, handled responsibilities every single day, did what I believed I was supposed to do. But life has a way of changing the plan. Costs rise, unexpected setbacks happen, and the world changes. And suddenly you find yourself asking, how did I get here? One day I had a realization that everything changed, that I changed everything. Nobody was coming to rescue my situation, not the government, not the economy, not some magical opportunity with that wand, not luck. At first, that thought felt depressing, but then something unexpected happened. It became freeing because if nobody was coming to rescue me, that meant I still had choices. It meant I wasn't waiting on someone else's decision. I wasn't waiting for permission. I wasn't waiting for perfect timing. I could still do something. Now, I'm not saying it's easy. Starting over later in life, it isn't easy. Learning new things isn't easy, especially with technology. Facing financial realities isn't easy. But neither is spending years waiting and hoping things somehow change on their own, magically. The truth is, many people are far more capable than they realize. They've spent decades solving problems, raising families, working jobs, handling challenges. Yet, when it comes to themselves, they sometimes forget how resilient they really are. I want you to think about this. Look at everything you've survived, everything you've overcome, everything you've learned. You're still here. That matters. Maybe your future won't look exactly like you planned. Mine certainly didn't. But that doesn't mean your future can't still be meaningful. It doesn't mean you can't learn, grow, adapt, or build something new. I think that's one of the biggest lessons I've learned in my 70s. Life may not go according to plan, but we still get to decide what happens next. And sometimes that decision changes everything. So before you leave, I wanted to ask you something. If nobody is coming to rescue your situation, what decision have you been avoiding? What phone call? What skill? What opportunity? What first step? Because the future rarely changes by accident. It changes when someone finally decides, I'm done waiting. And if that's you, don't wait for next year. Make one decision this week that moves your life forward. One decision, one action, one step. That's where real change begins within yourself.